On Saturday night, Austin FC played FC Dallas in the eighth game in their club history. And after what happened against St. Louis, Austin FC needed a win or draw against FC Dallas to win Copa Tejas, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Austin FC lost to FC Dallas in the very last second of the match in a 1-0 score. And to me, this was a really boring and disappointing match for Austin FC. But before I get to that, let's look at the starting lineup. This, to me, is considered the strongest 11 in our 2023 season. We got to see the old formation, the 4-3-3, something we haven't seen since last season. We got to see the back four players. John Gallagher and Nick Lima were starting fullbacks. Matt Hedges and Julio Cascante surprisingly got the start after that 6-3 loss to St. Louis, but remember, Josh Wolf has high confidence in the two of them. Our midfield was a whole different story. We got to see two players in the 8, Danny Pereira and Owen Wolf, but the thing that surprised to us was Owen Wolf was playing as a number 10. The player who we all wanted to start was Alex Green, was back in his usual spot in the midfield, making his first official start in the MLS for this season as a player in the midfield. Our front three, Ethan Finley, as always, he's much more comfortable and gets his start in the right wing area. We thought after a really impressive start of Memo Rodriguez, I thought he was going to get the start against FCLS, but no. Emiliano Rigoni gets his first start in a month or two on the left side, benching Rodriguez, and CJ Fodry played with Austin FC too. But the player on the number 9, Urruti, could not make it. He had a concussion. Our two other options, Zardes, who scored your 3 goals in 6 games right before Leagues Cup, was benched. And Dad Bob Will Bruin said to press conference he can play 60 minutes. He played 60 minutes and scored a goal in that 6-3 loss with St. Louis. But who starts at number 9? Driussi. Driussi's a number 9, to me, has always been a failed experiment. We tried it, and it doesn't work out great. When you have two options right there at number 9, it's a lot much more different. But I guess Wolf wanted to get goals from our best player and get a win against FC Dallas, but that's a whole different story. But to me, this is our strongest 11 against a weak FC Dallas, because why do I say weak? FC Dallas was without their star player, Jesus Ferreira, because he was sick, and we thought, let's take advantage and do the same thing like we did to them about 2 months ago, in which we beat FC Dallas in a 3-0 score. But that was a whole different story to this game. Austin FC put up a boring performance against FC Dallas the entire match. No creativity, no chances, and no threats. I could say there was one threat, okay. First 15 minutes, the only threat I saw was from a Alex Green shot that was outside the box, but the goalkeeper of FC Dallas, Martin Paz, saved it. But in general, nothing creative was going on with our team, like no versatility at all too. The entire time I saw the squad, it was just mostly running with the ball, but mostly it stopped, then it was back passing to it. Mostly to, let's say, Owen Wolf to Cascante, Alex Green to Gallagher, Gallagher to Stu, you name it. It was like back and forth passing. And that was like left me frustrated. Like, where's the creativity for Austin FC? And that's not there anymore. Driussi is the number 9, already said, is a failed experiment. In this game against FC Dallas, 0 shots, good with dribbling and good with complacement too. Owen Wolf as a number 10, just stop. Never start him as number 10 or just bench him, because ever since coming back from the World Cup with the United States, Owen Wolf has not been the best player we thought right before he joined that World Cup. And coming back, he's been getting worse by the minutes. Okay, maybe against Sporting Kansas City he was good, but it was just one game. Danny Pereira is the only player that makes him look better. That's my own opinion. It might be a hot take, because every time Danny Pereira was smart with the ball, he has good vision, has prospects to play with Europe, everything. He's good about it, and that's why Owen Wolf, who starts, Danny Pereira makes him look better. That's about it. I don't know if that makes any sense. But like I said, entire match, boring, no creativity, no versatile. Emiliano Rigoni should not start from now on. We all said this. He should not start anyways, because the entire time, the only thing he was good at was corner kicks, and that's it. Dribbling, crossing, the same thing. It's really shit. And then the second half starts, and that's where everything changes. And Ethan Finley bicycle kick was way off, too wide from the box. To me, I can say this. Everything's coming back from that break. Ethan Finley is the only player who can step up for Austin FC. He does his homework and it comes out right. He knows the system, he knows how to step up, and he's right there at the right times. Sure, he's not good at dribbling, but he knows how to put pressure on opponents when he's like 1v1, or knows how to have a good eyesight when it comes to passing. Because to me, like I said, Ethan Finley is the only best player for Austin FC at the moment. Steps up and does everything good. Then it all changed. When Austin FC was looking good, it just stopped, because Danny Pereira got a red card. He had a yellow card in the first half, but in this game, we all know he's a good, talented young player who can play in Europe, but we all know he has a temper. He's really hot-headed, and Josh Wolf didn't have the audacity to, sub him out and put at least Joka Valencia in that spot that Danny Pereira plays. But no, gets a red card and he leaves the field. He doesn't play against Seattle Sounders, and that's even worse for us. Then suddenly we got substitutions. Alex Rain comes out, but not Owen Wolf, and we all know why. It's so dumb to see the young player, the coach's son, being on the field, but our ex-captain is being subbed out. We all saw how frustrated he was. But ever since that red card, FCLS was taking shots and they were making a lot of attempts to score a goal against us. You can see how we had to park the bus, because with 10 men, we were going to get suddenly a loss or a goal. Because we saw this back in May. When Rodney Reyes got a red card against FC Dallas, we lost at the very last second too. We had to park the bus moment and be really impressive to get a draw against our in-state rivals, but in this game it's a whole different story. We were in FC Dallas home field. But Austin FC was trying to get a goal, but John Gallagher shot, hit the crossbar, and we that was our hope for a goal, but it just didn't make through. Adam Lundekitz, who was subbed in, he was really bad with the time wasting. I mean, that's my own opinion. He had the ball on the edge of the corner on the left side. He was against two FC Dallas players. The best he could have done was just kick the ball to an FC Dallas player and have a rebound to get a corner kick, but no, it didn't happen. Suddenly, towards the end, it all happened. It was like a gut punch to me, or to all of us. Towards the end, Tafari dunked both Matt Hedges and Julio Cascante and Stu to score the game winner from a good header. FCLS wins the match 1-0. Again, another terrible disappointment for Austin FC. In the last 4 games, if you include Leagues Cup, the 2 games, we have allowed 13 goals in the last 4 games. I think it's time for us to just drop our center backs. One of our center backs. I could say Julio Cascante is one of the targets to be benched because he hasn't performed well. He's an easy target to criticize, and it's rightfully so. He has 3 years with Austin FC, but for me, I don't want 3 years of this performance of Julio Cascante anymore. Getting dunked on and just how slow he is, getting exposed easily. Then the midfield, we get it. Owen Wolf is the coach's son, but he doesn't produce anything good for me. Just bench him and either start Alex Rain or Joka Valencia at this point, because Danny Pereira is going to miss a game. But we all know Owen Wolf is going to play against Seattle Sounders on Wednesday night. The front 3, again, Driussi is not good as number 9. We have 2 or 3 players who can give you that option, but the prime target who can give you a goal poacher is Zardes. Zardes in this game against FC Dallas, he didn't do nothing. He just came off, I believe, in the last 10 to 15 minutes. But when you have him in those opportunities, let's say when it came to Gallagher's shot, Zardes could have been right there to score the game winner. Then Emiliano Rigoni, that's it. I had it with him. We all had enough of him. Start Memo Rodriguez. That's about it. Rodriguez, who could give you a good, impressive game against St. Louis and a good 10 minutes against FC Dallas. I think he has a good opportunity to start on the left side. Because I said this before, it might be too soon, but he's a good replacement to Diego Fagundes' spot on the left side. But there's a lot of talking points about this match. Josh Wolf is just no more. We all know that. Wolf out. That's about it. Then we have to play Seattle Sounders. It's a really tough opponent. No matter how bad they are, we still have to take them, because Austin FC went from 5th to 9th place in the span of 2 games. This is our time this is how we're going to fight for playoffs, and we all know it's not going to be an easy road, easy matchups. But at the end of the day, Austin FC gets another loss against FC Dallas, and embarrassing to Copa Tejas, because many people are saying that they rely on both FC Dallas and Houston Dynamo to get a draw between the 2 teams who are playing to win Copa Tejas. Why do we have to rely on our in-state rivals to win a Mickey Mouse Cup? That doesn't make any sense. But I guess people have different views on trophies. But at the end of the day, my name is Vanilla Mixon 17. Hope you understood this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.